Hello and welcome to PQ Prime. I'm Hiral Dadia. One sector that is in focus is the sugar industry. In fact, the stocks are up in trade as well in the domestic market. A lot of factors that are in focus in terms of the industry, whether it could be chances of El Nino that could be impacting the export number in terms of the quota, as well as the price trend. And very lastly, not to forget what the current output looks like. To discuss more and what the trends should be looking like from here on, we have Mr. Praful Vithalani, founder chairman at All India Sugar Trade Association, joining in. Good afternoon and welcome to the show, Mr. Vithalani.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Tell me.
Yeah. Mr. Vithalani, my first question coming to you is currently, what is that overall landscape for the sugar industry in the domestic market looking like? Because clearly we've said that the output has declined around 5.5% from October to April now. So taking the output into consideration plus the chances of El Nino, what is the industry chatter looking like right now?
First of all, I would like to tell you that we had 36 million ton of production last season, which is 360. And according to our latest crop estimates from our committee head, Rahil Sheikh, it's around 325. So we are down by, say, definitely 10%, 9 to 10% somewhere. As far as El Nino is concerned, we less believe into El Nino because the track record of maybe IMD or maybe other agencies, they are not to be trackable because the nature takes its own call. As far as though there is some fear of El Nino, the fact is that we have an opening stock according to government 2 months back data is of 70 lakh ton, 7 million ton opening stock, 325 lakh ton say production, so 395. Of that, 61 lakh ton is being allowed for export in current season, and 4 lakh ton, which was left of the last season, was extended to be exported on October, November, that is new season of the current season. So net export is 65. So total availability of 395, 65 gone. So we are left with 330. And we are expecting due to the huge, as you said, El Nino, or we can say high temperature and all other things, like lot of marriage seasons were there even in the first quarter from January to March. And this will consume around 280 lakh ton for domestic. We will be left with 50 lakh ton as on sugar year 1st October 2023, new year. But there is a check over here that Diwali is on somewhere around 13th of November. In India, still cultivations of the cane from the field is still not get mechanized. The labor goes to the field, only have celebration of Diwali. And even the industry is not much eager to start season in October because in the October or till 15th of November, they will have a lower recovery and yield in beginning of the plants. So that is a monetary loss to the industry. So the sugar for the new season is expected in the last week of November. And that 50 lakh ton, which is the opening stock, it is a requirement for month of October, November. So we will be hand to mouth during these 2 months. So domestic prices, since it is below cost of production, but sugar is under Essential Commodities Act 1955 and can be checked or monitored by Section 3 under that. And because of that, the prices, though I feel that another 1 rupee or 2 rupees per kg can go up, it is a government's call whether to allow or not to allow.
So currently, Mr. Vithalani, how has the price trends been in the domestic and the global markets if you have to take the last 2 months into consideration?
Okay, see, this is like this. The domestic prices in this year's first 6 months, it was around 3,100 to 3,200 against today's market of 3,400, 3,450. and the cost of production is somewhere around average of 3,600. So industry has sold their finished product at 10% discount in first 6 months. And due to that, if remaining 6 months, if they don't get average out to the cost of production, their bottom line will get hit. But survival is ethanol as far as bottom line is concerned. I feel that the prices of domestic today is 34.50. May, if government allow, can go up to 36. This is the domestic is concerned. As far as you ask for the international market, today, if I want to, miss last 2 months, if I want to do the exports, there were no transactions left of the quota given by government of 6.1 million metric ton. And if government, there is no left anything, but if instead of selling in domestic in India, if it is allowed to go for export, the price per kg is around 45, 47. So there is a huge difference, 30 to 40 percentage. Internationally, there is shortage, deficit due to Asian countries' lower productions, due to some logistic problem in Brazil for exports. And this is the all, there are good days in international market for sugar, but not in domestic.
Right. So, Mr. Vitlani, would it be right to say that we really don't have enough stock because it's going to be absolutely hand to mouth till October, November 2023?
No, we have that 5 million ton. New sugar will come in November. We are not in shortage, but one thing is very sure. Unfortunately, government may have to, stricten the rules. We pray God that doesn't require, but there could be stock limit. There could be some other weapons from the government, because there will be 5 state election in November or December, and next year there will be parliament election. Though, a family of four may be consuming 4 kg, 8 kg, 10 kg. 10 kg and 3 rupees per kg is 30 rupees per month. But it is so sensitive commodity that even you and even my wife goes for shopping. She tells that, see, I have made a shopping of 1,000 rupees from Big Bazaar and they have given me 4 kg sugar free. But why only sugar? Why not other commodity? This commodity is so sensitive as far as politics is concerned. And I think if it come out from this whole inflation ABCD, then it will be a good days for the industry.
Okay. So with this, do you think there is a possibility that the government could go ahead and cut the export quota also further?
No, see, actually there is hardly anything left, because the 6.1 quota which was given, of that, I think 5.2 or 5.5 is already exported. There is nothing left. But yes, no more additional quota for export or permission for it. That is ruled out, totally ruled out. So there will not be any extra permission for export at all.
Okay. And apart from that, if you see from a pricing perspective as well, the numbers that we are talking about right now is more in terms of the wholesale or, per ton prices, right? But when it comes to a retail consumer like you and me, what we buy right now is at least 42, 44, 45 rupees per kg kind of a range.
Yeah.
How much do you think that could go up?
See, actually 35 rupees today's price, if we calculate an average 35.50. First of all, there is 5% GST. Okay, so that will come to 37x mil. Then there is an average transportation cost is going around 2.5. So 39.50 to the wholesalers go down. And from there is 3 rupees is the margin of wholesale traders and the retailers. Because nowadays retailers, due to overhead expenses and other charges, they don't work below 3 rupees per kg a margin, which is around 8%. So the prices are around 43. If the bottom price of X mill goes up, the retail price will get affected. It can go, we can say, in 45, 47 rupees per kg, maximum in this year.
Right, 45, 47. And simultaneously, when you talk about sugar as well, I think from the total production, around 30-35% is what we use in households, but the rest is used on the industrial side of it, right? So from you, when you talk about the industrial perspective, how big an counter impact would it have according to you, specifically from FMCG companies, because it's summer as well. The what happens is the overall impact coming to all the beverage companies, that is going to be huge as well because of this, right?
Yeah, it could be beverages like soft drinks or maybe hard drinks or maybe even we can say bakery products. The 65 percentage is definitely they will have to accommodate with somewhere. If suppose the oil prices are down, if something you want to make in bakery, there are various other components. And due to GST, now they don't have what is called as your competition with non-regularized small bakeries of Bhiwandi, Kurla, or some small parts of India. Now they are having a huge turnover, so they can manage their margins as such. As far as soft drinks are concerned or hard drinks are concerned, even they have a good margin. So sometimes because it is just now they have enjoyed very good first 6 months of the sugar season of October to March, and if they pay for remaining 6 months, average out will be lower. I cannot tell a family house that you have paid 38 rupees and now you are paying 45, you make average. But when there is a FMCG company 65% consuming, their balance sheet has to see on the year basis.
Right. And my last question coming to you over here is from an ethanol blending perspective, right? A
Yeah.
big push from the government coming in with regards to ethanol blending.
Yeah.
Again, from a business perspective as well, it's much more margin accretive as compared to selling direct sugar. So a lot
Yeah.
of companies have started increasing capacity from ethanol, for
Yes.
ethanol, I beg your pardon.
Yes.
So do
Yes.
you think with the output shortfall right now, I wouldn't say shortfall, but lower output, is there a possibility that there would be a tweak that would be needed in the blending policy and the government's target to achieve 20% ethanol mixing by 2025, that somewhere could come into doldrums, because then if there is a need, you will have to come back to increasing your sugar output versus ethanol.
We this concern is there. Doesn't like a serious concern. We had a meeting with Sanjeev Chopra ji, the food secretary, few days back. We have put three demands with gentlemen. One, from 4 years, the raw material sugarcane prices are being increased, but the MSP is not increased from 31 rupees from 4 years. So we have requested him to increase the MSP. How it helps that first 6 months seasonal, it will not be sold below cost of production if they increase. Second, we have requested him that reduce the weightage of sugar from inflation or remove from inflation data. Why, if it is somebody's just sparing in their family hardly 30 rupees per month, it should not be such an inflative on the food index. And thirdly, we have or remove from the inflation. Or then the third we have requested is that like Gujarat, there is a model to pay the sugarcane farmers in 3 installments, whereas rest of Gujarat, if we leave Gujarat aside, in entire India, 90% has to be paid to the farmers upfront. Then what is the difference? Difference is upfront in other parts. If the FRP they are getting 30 rupees or 33 rupees for sugarcane, in Gujarat, farmers are getting 36 rupees, 10% higher than the rest of India. Why? Because the cost of money, that is finance, the interest cost, is
passed
such.
on.
Yeah, because we produce for 6 months and we sell by 15 months. So the stock which is lying as an inventory into the godowns, that inventory's cost of money is such higher. Instead of giving to the financial institution, we can pass it on to the farmers. and farmers will grow more sugarcane. Then this question will not arise that how much is required for ethanol. Ethanol, the Prime Minister dream, whether will it affected or not. In that case, if the farmers will not get change their field, even though see today we are at around 15th or 20th of April, still the plantation of sugar can go till 30th of June. So if this MSP is increased, the message goes to the farmers also. They will plant more sugarcane. As far as priorities are concerned, the government at this stage, because if we want to import the sugar will not come below per kg 52 rupees in India. So in that case, government will have to give first priority to produce sugar, second priority to ethanol, and then left something to export. But my dream is different. I want to see this industry like software industry. Though it is a service sector and this is manufacturing sector, I want India to, number one, like more than Brazil, and have all three working nicely. That domestic market, ethanol, as well as export. We can be the king if we change some policies, and we could dictate the market. And sugar industry can even beat the software industry.
Right. I think that's a good, well-made point as well. Thank you, Mr. Vithalani, so much for joining us on the show, because your explanation gives a lot of clarity to someone who does not understand the sector, because there are a lot of elements that are involved with sugar as a whole. So thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you. Thank you to the
And
Bloomberg
stay safe
Quint
and speak
also.
to you soon again.
Thank you very much, Bloomberg Quint and you, Hiral, also. And I wish that people understand that if any industry sell their final product below cost of production, they will not be survived. And ultimately, sugarcane will be grown less, and then there will be hit of 60 rupees per kg. That doesn't come in India. We request and we pray the word. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.